This ice and rock must be several meters thick. God damn it, we're cut off! Hey, Del! Can you hear me? Del! Shit. There's no way we're getting through here. Well, this is just great. The hell are we supposed to do now? What's there to think about? Let's face it, we're on our own now. You think he rigged that collapse on purpose? No. No way. I get that we're down here trying to prove ourselves, but I don't think this is what Delgado had in mind. Why? Because that's what his loyal little soldiers are supposed to do? The hell with that. I have a better plan. We use this opportunity to take out Delgado, and at the same time, make some serious credits for ourselves. We bide our time, and when the moment's right, we hit him with everything we've got. Even the almighty Delgado won't stand a chance if we work together. Yeah, we're doing this right now. Or maybe we should wait until the next time we're on an alien world and separated from Delgado by an ice fall. I had a feeling you'd be on board. Okay, here's my plan. Let's pretend for a second Delgado's correct, and there's information here about Kryx's legacy. Once we get rid of him, we'll dig up the garbage ourselves and sell whatever we find to Neva. We'll be rolling in credits. Pfft, hell no. Come on, we both know anything we find here about the legacy is going to be a dead end. If Neva wants to spend the rest of her life chasing ghosts, let her. We got more important things to do, like spending all of our money. No way. Listen to me. We're going to be handing Neva leadership of the Crimson Fleet on a platter. She'll be thanking us for getting rid of Delgado. I mean, come on. I'll bet you a month's share that he's never been this vulnerable. It's perfect. Are you crazy? I'm no rat for Delgado. I'm busting the ass to become one of the Crimson Fleet captains, just like you. And in case you missed it, that icefall trapped both of us in here. Unless we find a way out, no one's reporting anything to anyone. Ever again. Playing it safe, huh? I can respect that. But you better have me back when I make me move. Now, let's find a way out of here. I'm gonna wipe the floor with you! I guess that's one way through. I'll show you what the Crimson Fleet's made of!
I need you to do two things. First, I want you to keep looking for a way to open the rest of the doors down here. Otherwise, I'm not going anywhere. And second, try and dig up whatever you can about Jasper Kryx. You both got that? I'll make it easy for you. If you find anything that says Kryx or Legacy, you grab it. This really isn't that difficult. Dios mío. Do I have to explain absolutely everything to the two of you? You are standing in the control room for this part of the facility. Look for a switch or a terminal or make a wish. I don't care, just hurry! No, there's no time for that. The things that attacked us are everywhere. You need to keep moving. And tell Mathis not to get any bright ideas, or I will gut him myself.
There's gotta be a way out of this goddamn place.
Attention. Lockdown mode has been rescinded.
Can you imagine how angry the prisoners were when they rioted? I would hate.
extraction report. Guard Bryant reporting. We got a tip from an inmate about some equipment being stolen from one of the supply rooms. We did a thorough sweep of the place and came up with 2 mining lasers and several power packs missing. After the alarm was raised, all of the inmates' cells were searched, but we turned up empty-handed. I have no idea how the inmates were able to get into that storage room and hide that gear without being picked up on camera. I'm starting to suspect that the inmates could be receiving help from some of the staff of this facility.
Kryx's legacy, yeah, right. Bunch of campfire tales to keep us in line, that's what they are. rob a bank or something. How can these things live in this kind of cold? That's bullshit. If we get out of here, remind me to thank Delgado for hanging us out to dry. you thought about what I've said? So have you thought about what I've said? Don't act stupid. I'm talking about off in Delgado and getting paid by Neva for the info on Kryx. Well, maybe we won't have to. You saw it back there. Those things, whatever they were, they've probably ripped him to shreds by now. Did the job for us. And if they haven't, we can still handle the job. We just have to get our hands a little dirty. Wouldn't be the first time, am I right? You didn't see. Those aliens were tearing through them like tissue paper. It'd be a miracle if any of them were alive. Saved us a hell of a lot of trouble. You got a point. All right, I'll follow your lead for now. So, now that we've made it to the guard tower, what's our next move, genius? Been in a few slams yourself, I see. Okay, I'll follow your lead. Cell D03118. Okay. That's a place to start, I guess. Look at this dump. I can't imagine being stuffed down here to rot. Poor bastards. rob a bank or something. UC must have burned some serious cash when they lost this place. Serves them right.
something about a ship carrying a fortune in credits. I know it's usually bullshit, but they seem to have details. After striking up a conversation, I found out the ship was a Galbank transport named Legacy that went down in some remote system during the war.
They aren't
This is exactly the score I've been waiting to find. I need to contact Carter and let him know it's time to get off this rock. He'll help the mining detail slip into the utility closet in the ventilation room. That's where we'll dig. Not up, but through. Right to the armory. Carter mentioned that security keeps rotating codes on all the terminals in the lock.
I bet
So
those
we'll have
things
to
are crawling
coordinate this carefully.
right behind the walls. Ugh.
For now, we'll continue using his locker in the showers area as a drop point for the code to the utility closet. By this time next month, I should be out of this dump and uploading those creds into my account.
Delgado was right. Kryx must have hit the Galbank transport and stashed away the money or something. But we play this right. We're gonna be filthy sticky rich in no time.
Okay, Carter. Confirming that the latest code to the utility room is 486111071. The mining crew tells me it'll take them a week to cut through the ice, so I'm giving you that long to square your end of the plan. When the tunnel reaches the armory, I'll get my people to start a riot. When you hear the fireworks go off, get your ass to the shuttle bay. We get one shot at this. If we play our cards right, this gets us one step closer to that fortune that went down with the Legacy. You report any of this to the guards, well, you know what'll happen.
Was this an armory? Looks like they cleared this place out. Well, well, what do we have here? Give me a sec. This ought to come in handy. The things I do to make money must be crazy. All right, let's keep moving. Look at this dump. I can't imagine putting stuff down here to rot. Poor bastards. While we're picking through the trash, we might as well grab some good stuff for ourselves. If we get out of here, Remind me to thank Delgado. Hands out to dry. Years old, eh? It's amazing this entire place hasn't collapsed by now. This place is starting to get to me. They aren't paying us enough to be poking through this scrap heap. Look at this stuff. I can't imagine being stuff down here to rot. Horrible. While we're picking through the trash, we might as well grab some good stuff for ourselves.
I'm on my second day at the lock, and I've already had a close call. Big fight broke out at C-Block. I Gillespie sent us in to break it up. Might have been half a dozen inmates. It was hard to tell. We almost had it under control when one of them stuck a ship into my leg. Luckily, the other guards dragged me out of there before he finished finished the job. Seems like the genius who designed this place didn't realize that the inmates would start carving weapons out of the permafrost. So now I'm cold, I'm tired, and my leg hurts like hell. Great way to start my first tour at this dump.
For a space heater and a hot cup of bombs right now. Looks like this was the warden's office. They built the office right next to the shuttle bay for quick escapes up.
Warden Tom Gillespie. Authorization 12210. This is likely to be my final log recording. The riots that started in D block have spilled into A, B, and C blocks. I've ordered everyone to fall back to the shuttle bay for evacuation. It was prisoner D03118, Jasper Kryx, who led the revolt. His crew tunneled into the armory undetected, and then all hell broke loose. If the log is recovered, I urge the UC authorities to perform a full investigation, as Kryx undoubtedly had help from the guards and the staff. I'm now heading to my personal escape shuttle and we'll try to jump out of the system. Wish me luck. Warden Gillespie, out.
Finally, I was about to give up. I hope you found something because I am getting sick and tired of this place. I don't know. Looks like some kind of a security office or something. It doesn't matter. Did you find anything or not? I'm the only one left. Damn creatures finished off the rest of my people. But finding the legacy, that is going to make their sacrifice worthwhile. I knew it. Everyone said I was out of my mind, but something told me we'd find the answers down here. Looks like I picked the right person for the job.
Hey, what the hell? This is bullshit, Delgado. I helped plenty.
Is that Mathis? Tell him to shut up. I will deal with him later.
Whatever.
Okay. Now all we have to do is find a way off of this planet. Let me see. Here we go. I'm looking at schematics for the lock, and I don't think there's a way to get you back to the surface from there. But I can open the outer doors to the shuttle bay and let you fly one of the shuttles down there directly up to the key. just a quick run across the ice to my ship, and I'll probably still beat you to the key. Don't worry about your ship. I will send some people down to get it. You just get your ass on that shuttle and get out of here. Yeah, sure, and I wish gold coins would start raining from the sky. Now, if wishing time is over, maybe you'd be kind enough to stop running your mouth and listen for a change. Okay, let me see. One of these probably opens the door.
Shuttle bay activated. Initiating de-icing process. Please stand by.
Yup, it's got it. Might take a while, though. Those bay doors have not been opened in almost a century. You have done a hell of a job, Rook. We will talk when you get back to the key.
Why the hell did you lie to Delgado about me? You didn't do all this work alone. Whoa, wait a minute. You think I was gonna... Oh, come on. All I've been doing is looking out for you this whole time. Hey, if I wanted to kill you, we wouldn't be talking, right? Look, about all that killing Delgado stuff, why don't we just forget about everything that I said? You know, like it never happened. Oh, you're gonna be like that, huh? Well, I guess I deserve it. Now, let's get the heck out of here.
While we're here, perhaps we should remain silent about my background with the United Colonies.
I heard Isla's sister is some hardcore mercenary. I wouldn't get on her bad side.
Are you looking to start something? The fleet protects our own. So there I am. You see security on my tail, and my grav drive just chokes. And you know what I find back there?
I can't believe you threw me to the wolves like that. Pisses me off.
We call UCC staff sharks.
Need a drink?
But to the
Fog
fleet,
at the last
they're
Nova will
just
be more than
maintenance.
So, looks like we got ourselves a new rook. Once again, I'm Jazz, resident engineer here. Like Neva said, you need ship parts, repairs? I'll hook you up. As long as your credits are good. Neva's the only one who calls me that, amongst other things. To you and everyone else, it's just plain old Jazz. Neva's mine, so don't be getting any ideas. She may be a little rough around the edges, but she's just looking out for her own. There's no one better to have your back. Well, it did when I first got here. Most of these folks aren't too keen on maintenance. Today, the key's about as safe as any other UC station, just with a hell of a lot more personality. I can guarantee your ship will be in good hands, so if you're looking for an upgrade, let me know. We got the best selection in the settled systems. Illegal, unregistered, recalled. We sell it all. No questions asked. No. You buy from me, you're worry-free. I can't have my customers getting caught now, can I? That's bad for business. Ah, straight shooter, huh? You'll come around. Get caught smuggling once or twice, and I can guarantee I've got something you need. Just let me know when you want to talk business. Serious enough that you don't have a chance in hell? Neva's got a fire in her. The kind you only see in an engine pushed to its limit. She doesn't half-ass a damn thing, and I love her for it. Truth is, the fleet rescued me. Of course, I wouldn't have needed rescuing if they hadn't blown up the ship I was working on. Delgado plucked me out of space and brought me to the key. I took one look at the place and was compelled to work. Soon after, he offered me a permanent spot with the fleet. I don't mind helping, but it'll cost you. I've got plenty of goodies to choose from. got stuff to smuggle. If you've got the credits, I bet you would.
Never do a job unprepared. You need
If
supplies?
I can help you with
hit up the
anything.
depot.
I thought you'd never ask. Here.
I've got bounties in every system.
Piracy missions
Idiots
are
will never
always
catch
a
me.
healthy source of income. Until next time.
There you are. The hell took you so long?
It's about time. I was about to fly down and loot your bodies.
Not now, neighbor. Well, you said you found something. Hand it over. Oh, excuse me. Forgive my impertinence. What I meant to say was, give me whatever you found right now before I blow your goddamn head off. Please.
Just cut the crap and give them what you found.
Demanding the credits up front, huh? You're learning, Rook. You are learning. Don't worry. You finish the job, and you will get paid. But first, I need to sample the merchandise.
Translation. Give him what you found before he puts a hole in your chest.
That's it? Just one slate? After losing so much of our crew, it better be a map with a big red X on it. Well, I'll be damned. Legacy wasn't referring to Kryx's fortune. It's the name of an actual ship. A Galbank transport probably loaded with credits.
Never heard any stories about a Gal Bank ship going down. And even if it had happened, it would have been picked clean years ago.
No, neighbor. Think. If Galbank covered it up, and over time, the location was eventually forgotten, it wouldn't be on anyone's radar. Okay, this changes things. Now that we know what we are looking for, we have to narrow the search. Because they would be rolling in so much cash, there is no way they could keep it quiet. It's like hitting a jackpot. Not to mention, they'd need someone with Shinya skills to keep the crypto tracing on the currency clean. And as far as Galbank goes, I doubt they would bother. Their bean counters would be too busy weighing the loss versus recovery costs. Now, the legacy is out there, just waiting for us to find. I can feel it. And the recording that you found proves that it is out there. All we have to do is find it. Let us start with what we know. It was a Galbank ship, which means the company is going to have records of where it went down. Neva, weren't you working on a deal with Rokov? Something about a big-wig charity event on one of Trident's starliners?
Are you serious? I've been working on that gig for 3 months. That's my score.
Ay, Dios mío. Will you shut up about your score and think for a second? That starliner has a Galbank VIP suite aboard, which means... Come on, Neva. This isn't hard.
Which
means a Gal Bank exec will be aboard. We grab their credentials and get ourselves into the Gal Bank archives in New Atlantis. Holy shit, that might actually work. I'll send a message to Rokov right away.
Pack your bags, Rook. You're going on vacation. And since you've earned it, take this gun with you. Might come in handy when Rokov screws everything up as usual. Rokov is... well, he's Rokov. A real pain in the ass. He used to run with the fleet until we kicked him out. Lately, he has been using his long-hauling skills to captain a starliner for Trident. Gives us a contact within the company. He has been trying to get his foot back in the door with us for years. But I'm not ready to let him in just yet. Maybe you can use that to your advantage. It's not what you're thinking. It's more of an office than a bank vault. Once you're inside, you'll be able to gain access to one of their computers and find out more about the legacy. Yeah, so that is exactly what you're going to do. If you haven't noticed by now, that is how things work around here. Neighbor and I are too well known to walk around the Starliner without being recognized. If Trident Security spotted us, it'd be over. I need you to board that ship, make contact with Rokov, and get me those credentials. I see what you are getting at, Rook. And don't worry, I would ask the same thing. Just be sure to get those credentials. Anything else of value you find on Rokov's Starliner is all yours. You know what? I'm gonna leave that entirely up to you. If you think he's come through for us, you can promise him he'll get paid. But if he gets in your way, then you take him out. Don't be stupid. You gotta look at the big picture. We do this right, and we are all getting paid for this job. Oh, before you leave, I wanted you to know that I took what you said about Mathis into consideration, and I've decided to cut him from the fleet.
Honestly, I'm surprised he made it off Suvorov in one piece.
Because you're the one that finished the job. You followed orders, and you put your neck on the block to get that data to the key. As far as Mathis goes, I'm sure you had to drag him through the lock and prevent him from doing something as stupid. There's no need to cover for him. Your first impression told me everything I needed to know. That's it then. Next stop for you is Rokov Starliner, the Siren of the Stars. And remember, Rokov does not need to know anything about Kryx's legacy. For now, it's just between us. Now get out of here.
Hey, Rook. Before you head out, I need to have a word with you. Meet me at the last Nova after you wrap things up with Mathis.
Okay, that's it. Time to sell some of your junk.
Wrap your business up with Mathis, then we'll talk.
Hey, I want to talk to you. Thanks to you, Delgado's cutting me from the fleet. Well, you know what? You better get your own fleet, because I'm coming after you. Oh, I see. You think you're some kind of big shot, is that it? Gonna show poor Mathis a little mercy now that you're Delgado's best buddy, yeah? Well, guess what? Your generosity is getting me kicked off the key. And that means you better watch your back. I stayed to give you a message that you better start looking over your shoulder. You'll never know when I'll be right behind you, ready to pull the trigger.
Like my colleague said, it was so nice of you to stay and wish us well.
Now get the hell out of me way! Stay the hell away from me. I've got nothing more to say to you. I told you, we're done. Get the hell out of my face.
Well, isn't this cozy? It appears we've stumbled across the embodiment of the phrase, absolute mayhem.
Those crabs ain't gonna steal themselves.
So why do you...
There you are. All right, look. I've been lining up a score with that asshole roll call from the Siren of the Stars for months. I'm not about to let a payday slip through my fingers. So guess what? You're gonna finish the job for me. My score involves a one-time event being held aboard the Siren of the Stars. If anyone finds out the Crimson Fleet's aboard that starliner, the event will be canceled and I can kiss my payday goodbye. There's no way I'm gonna miss this window of opportunity. Oh, don't worry. You can still do your little errand for Delgado. And you get to do mine as well. Aren't you lucky? Rokov's been tipping me off about some kind of bullshit charity event that the Siren of the Stars is hosting. At the event, they're gonna give away something called the Earth Savior Award, which is worth tens of thousands of credits. So it's simple. While you're on the Siren, swiping those Galbait credentials, I want you to grab that award and bring it to me. No. Dombrowski's only aboard to use the Galbank VIP suite, so he can catch a free ride at the company's expense. I'm sure he'll be there partying with the other spoiled brats. I can guarantee he doesn't give a crap about what's going on at the event. From the pictures I've seen, the award is set with 12 blue diamonds and covered in gold filigree. If I get Jazz to take it apart, I can turn it into a hell of a lot of cash. And best of all, the components become untraceable. Then why the hell are you here? We take unnecessary risks every day. That's what being a pirate is all about. Look, you can make all the jokes and excuses you want. But if you don't come back with the ES award, I'm gonna deduct it from your pay. Either way, I get my money. How much you walk away with is in your own hands. Got it?
Unless you plan to walk away empty-handed, she really isn't giving us a choice.
Yeah, ES, Earth, Savior. Get it? Come on. Keep up with me here. I got about 17 other things to do and you're holding me up. All Rokov does is feed me information. If I ask him to lift a finger, he gives me enough sob stories to fill a freighter's cargo bay. If you want my advice, leave him completely out of the loop. Otherwise, it's gonna cost both of us some credits. talking here. You do whatever you want. I'm trying to offer you extra money and you're throwing it in my face? I'm gonna remember that. All right, Rook, we're done here. Now, get your ass to the siren and bring me my goods. Because that's exactly what you are. A rookie, a newbie, fresh meat. Beneath all of that inexperience, I'm sure you have an actual name. But honestly, no one gives a damn. So get used to hearing that word. Until you earn your stripes, you're a rook to everyone in the fleet. Stay sharp, Rook. Why are you still here? Shouldn't you be heading to the siren by now?
Sys-Def Marines are the best of the best.
I could have joined any division.
It's good to have you back.
I chose System.
Nice work. Let me take a look. It's amazing that all this romantic nonsense about Kryx's legacy really just amounts to a rumor Jasper Kryx picked up in jail. It just goes to show you how a tiny rumor can snowball into a full-blown fairy tale. That it? I'll be damned. So some of the UC guards at the lock helped touch off the riots. Everyone thought he was some kind of legendary criminal mastermind, but even the great Jasper Kryx needed a helping hand to get out of prison. Anything else? Understood. Keep searching and you're bound to find more. You're not gonna let this go, are you? Why do you care so much about my past? Because the things you're asking are private, and we're supposed to be maintaining a professional rapport, not making friends. Look, I like to keep my attachments at a minimum, okay? In my line of work, if you make friends, you eventually end up losing them, either through reassignment or, well, for other reasons. Okay. But don't say I didn't warn you. You might not like what I have to say. Would it shock you to learn that I spent some time in prison? I suppose that makes me a hypocrite. Oh, come on. I haven't haven't exactly been cordial about my feelings towards the Crimson Fleet's illegal activities. Good. I like keeping you on your toes. Maybe I should explain. I grew up in the Well in New Atlantis. Parents made barely enough money to keep the lights on in our apartment. After I dropped out of school, they begged for me to look for work. But I realized it was a lot easier to simply take whatever I wanted instead. A year after that, I'm a career criminal with UC security breathing down my neck, and my parents kicking me out of the house. Hell no. I made enough money to buy my own apartment. Filled it with some decent stuff, too. I'd even send pictures of the place to my folks to rub it in. I was a real asshole. Well, I wasn't a nice person. Would make a hell of a motion picture. I was having the time of my life, earning way more than I needed to simply get by and loving every minute of it. Back then, if you would have told me one day I'd be wearing this uniform, I'd have said you were out of your mind. Yeah. This isn't exactly working out as a morale-building exercise, is it? Let's just say the years after my time in the Well were filled with highs and lows. Look, the point is that I felt you deserved to know a bit about my past. To know where my anger towards the fleet comes from. All I'm hoping is that it will motivate you to stay on the right path. Well, I think you've had enough for now. You get the point. Let's get back to it before Keyboy writes us a citation for loitering. We'll be here if you need us.
You're back. So how did it go? Frankly, it's because we've never gotten this far before. The last agent I sent to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet ended up in a morgue on New Atlantis.
One. It only takes one pirate to screw everything.
Even with our best intelligence equipment, we can monitor very little from the Vigilance. We can pick up local communications chatter and use long-range scans to see where you travel. But when you're on the ground, you're on your own. If we get too close, we not only expose ourselves to an attack, but we might blow your cover, and that could get everyone killed. Excuse me? That doesn't sound like someone who's concerned about serving the United Colonies.
I thought UC Vanguard graduates were supposed to be tough.
I understand that you are under a lot of pressure, but I'm afraid there is no turning back. That being said, I believe you should be proud of what you've accomplished. I was certain we'd fool Delgado, but never. She's a sharp one. Overcoming her scrutiny is no small matter. Did you discover anything worth reporting yet? If the intelligence I've read is accurate, Delgado is a charismatic leader, but a bit short on judgment. That's why you want to stay on his good side, and stay away from Neva. She's shrewd, and she sniffed out everything we've thrown her way. I understand your concern, but you can rest assured that every member of this crew has been thoroughly vetted by both myself and Lieutenant Toft. Any information that you turn over will not be leaving this ship until it's fully encrypted and encoded. I'll give you my word. Legacy. Why does that sound familiar? Wait a moment. Are you telling me Delgado may have actually located Kryx's legacy?
Excuse me, Commander. Did you say Kryx's legacy? Please tell me you aren't seriously going to give that any credence. Everyone knows that's just I don't know, a myth.
I'm holding tangible confirmation of the word legacy attached to Kryx's name. That's too much of a coincidence to attribute to myth.
I suppose it's possible, sir. Intelligence picked up a bit of chatter on that subject recently. We assumed it was some sort of tall tale or a story to attract recruits to their cause. All right, take it easy. We prefer to check our own sources, if you don't mind. Let me see what we have here. Nope. There are no records of a Gal Bank transport named the Legacy in the database. I think Delgado's trying to manipulate you. What do you think, sir?
I think there's no record because Gal Bank is hiding something. Delgado's no fool. If he risked his own neck to get that information, then he must be onto something. We have to take this seriously. What's your next move? That one's simple. We monitored your ships heading down to the surface of Suvorov. In fact, when he returned to the key and you didn't immediately follow, well, we almost thought our operation was terminated. Can you imagine the amount of embarrassment Gal Bank would have to endure if they listed a lost transport in the ship registry? Doesn't matter if that ship went down 5 or 500 years ago. If news gets out that a bank has misplaced money, it would tank their value. Clever, Delgado. Very clever. If I were in your place, I'd be trying to do the exact same thing. We can't let Delgado get his hands on what could potentially turn out to be the largest haul of credits the Crimson Fleet's ever seen.
Maybe I should head out to New Atlantis, sir. I could press the Gal Bank execs for information. Get ahead of everything.
No. Let's allow this to run its course. We have our agent here feeding us information. I think that's good enough for now. There's more to this than just finding the location of the transport. Jasper Kryx was clever. For some reason, he never got there. Because the Crimson Fleet would be a totally different adversary, and Kryx wouldn't have disappeared years ago. Even if they hid the money with that damn human computer Shinya Voss, our forensic accounting people would have found that data. No. The Crimson Fleet are in dire shape right now. They haven't seen that much currency, well, ever. And let Neva Mora take his place. Or Shinya Voss. Or any one of a number of pirates already gunning for his position. No. The solution is to stick to the undercover operation and determine how much of this is truly a credible threat. It's imperative that you do. If the Crimson Fleet gets its hands on a transport full of currency, it would be disastrous for the settled systems. I need you to do whatever you can to bring us more information. And for God's sake, don't kill anyone on that Starliner. You're both dismissed.
I better...
Next time you see Bog, tell him to lighten up.
You want to kick back? Avoid the last note.
used to work.
Tell me you've got those supplies from Gennady. I'm on the last of my medpacks here.
Seems like a different time.
Well, next time I won't even question it. I might have to make this a regular thing. At least it's one way to get guaranteed supplies. I only need to determine Gennady's limits. I'd hate to break him. Gennady's always out to save his own ass, so that doesn't surprise me one bit. Well, I'll arrange your payment so you can get out of here. I appreciate the help.
Working around this lot, day in, day out. You'd think they wouldn't give a damn. Oh, no tricks today, mate. How about a sad story instead? Well, I guess I'm thinking of my dear old Maddie. The only woman I ever loved. Almost married her, I did. I miss my chance and lost her, one of my best mates. I'll tell you what, when you want to help an old man out, bring me back the one thing in Maddie's that ever meant anything to me. Maddie had my eye back in the day. Thing was, she had the eye of my best mate, too. A bloke by the name of Clay Dietrich. Clay and I hit a luxury liner, snatched a ring I knew Maddie would love. Before I could say anything, Clay asked if he could have it, and he used it to propose. Long story short, Clay married Maddie and me. Ran off to raise hell with Ecliptic. And then he got the poor girl killed. Of course. Don't think I ain't got a clue about who I'm dealing with, mate. Clay showed up on my radar a bit ago. Probably why I'm in a bigger rut than usual. I'll send you the details. I don't care how you do it. Just get that ring back.
Smell of a dead shark after you cook him with an energy blast.
Hey, Cap. You hiring? Got some baddies on my tail, and I need a place to lay low. I suppose I can't rightly blame you for that. It's the Varun Zealots. Been on my tail a while, and they're easy enough to avoid in places. Hard to believe what passes for polite.
Better to stop here than down on the surface of Suvorov.
continues. I hope the Alliance is strong and getting until you return.
Well, howdy, Tracker.
Pull up a seat. There's no judgment. Leave no quarter, show no mercy out there.
I've danced this dance with death for long. You know it like I do.
How's your gear holding? Astros, you say?
Right.
Coming right up.
Still getting used to everything here. Thanks for the clarification.
Catch you around.
What do you request of me? Leave no quarter, show no mercy.
Shouldn't let their personal attachments become an obstacle to success. If you're here for Weston, he's underfoot somewhere. Either here or at the factory. But please, if it's about that brewing nonsense, kindly leave. They don't need any more encouragement. Dear me, no, Weston's a fine man. If anything, that's why I want more from him. He could do even greater things, if only he could see that. I'm not some stuck-up teetotaler. My problem with the business is more nuanced. Weston, that's my husband. Well, he's never been what I'd call a dreamer or a visionary. He's a practical man, good with ledgers and numbers. His brother Henry's the creative one, but he seems to have lost interest in growing the company, and now all he wants to do is brew beer. Filburn Agricultural Systems could provide the whole of the settled systems with food, not just Aquila City. Seems those two are content to think small. That's for sure. Well, you didn't come here to hear me natter on. Anything else? And try to come between Weston and his brother? They'd never allow it. Oh, I've tried to drop hints and make suggestions, but it all falls on deaf ears. I don't mean to sound ungrateful, of course. The company's healthy, and Weston and I live well enough. I'd like to help, you know? I'd like to be a part of things instead of feeling like I'm playing second fiddle. I suppose I should just accept my lot and try to find peace with it. Well, no, not as such. I mean, the business is doing just fine, but it could be doing even better. Those knuckleheads have so much God-given talent, and I just wish they used it better. Well, there is. The stakes are huge. With further R&D on IntelliWheat, the entire settled systems could benefit. Surely that's worth some less than savory solutions. Exactly. Henry's pet project is tied to market perception. His beer, annoyingly, is really good. But if we could make a bad batch, terrible, really, his margins are tight enough he might be forced to throw in the towel. What? Oh god, no. I just want it to taste bad. Like stale, or like it's whatever makes beer taste worse. The next big batch of beer is almost done brewing in our factory. You just need to find a way to break in without getting caught by the guard and tamper with it somehow. Then just wait a day or so and see how the batch goes over at the Stone Root Inn. Do that, and I'll pay you handsomely. That's the last I'll talk of this.